Boo, 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 boo. What's up? What up, twin? Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. I need to figure out music. Oh, Hog Rider, why are you freezing, bro? Why'd you do that, man? Why, Hog Rider? Are you okay, man? I think the Hog Rider fucking died. Uh, yeah, I think he's dead. Oh, 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 okay. Oh, oh, there he goes. um, just give me a sec, guys.
Alt, I was mid-nut, and when I saw you started stream, I sucked it back in and it shot out at 5,000 PSI and shattered every window in my house.
Oh,
Can I
yeah?
have your insurance?
No. Isn't that awesome, dude?
What happened to my Barbarian voice? Where is my Barbarian?
Where is my Barbarian?
Maybe I was dizzy.
Oh.
But my voice.
Oh. Yeah. So I disabled all the other. I only have 3 TTS voices enabled right now because those are the ones that have the talking animation, and I'm gonna start adding them back slowly. So there's 3 voices for now. But yo, Levin with a sub, thank you, bro.
No
What
more
up,
mommy
gang?
voice. Whatever will I do without my voice?
True. True. Whatever will you do? I don't even know. Okay, first off, should I just like put on Spotify or something? Do I care about this VOD getting copyright striked? Eh, eh, eh. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on fucking. Yeah,
I have bombed the Middle East.
Just give me a sec.
Sincerely, Red King Boss.
I have bombed the Middle East. Bow. Okay, what the? Holy shit, Willow! What the? Whoa. Okay, Willow just came in and
My
gifted
D was
50
left
on the
on
Twitch
dangling
side.
for too long, Alt.
Willow, what an entrance! What's up? What's up, man? Yo, holy shit!
Sorry. Big
Willow.
fella coming through. Big fella coming through.
Well, we have animations now.
Sorry.
We really are in the future now, twin.
Sorry, the wall baby looks so funny. Willow, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it very much so. And yeah,
Hey guys,
your
Boss
balls
here.
are itchy.
Today, Supercell
Nice.
announced a massive Barbarian Hut rework that completely changes the game. Standard Supercell W.
Almost just done setting this up. Okay, obviously I gotta start.
If I don't get my Barb Jack right now, I'm going to crash out and start actually touching berserkers. I swear.
I'm gonna actually just start.
Garra!
Okay, guys. So today, I don't exactly
Boss
know
here.
how I'm gonna do
He
this. But we're gonna
clicked on
think.
the oiled barbs in your area link, and I got hacked. So I'm gonna have to leave my oil bucks with you. Just click this not sketchy link.
Just click the non-sketchy link. Random man, no, the eSpirit TTS isn't in this yet. Oh, what's up, Homer? Homer, are you going to get a haircut?
Again, my Bob Hunt is a rework idea they're struggling on. Barbs can't be one-shot by small spells, so them spawning like Gob Hut would be insane.
Yeah, so here's how it's gonna work. When I was in Atlanta, I had conversations with
OMG, is that Willow from Brawl
devs.
Stars?
Yes, it is.
Also, how are you doing today?
Real Willow from
Alt, what crazy stuff are we doing today?
we're gonna be stroking it like fucking crazy. So when I was in Atlanta, I talked with 2 of the devs. I talked with Donald and I talked with Julesy.
All Tucson, it's your cute and favorite septic tank connoisseur here.
Hi.
Did you miss me?
Not really. But I was talking to them because every dev has their own ideas, and it's like they both kind of said like one, like they really didn't know what they wanted to do,
Boss
considering
here
that
to
they already
balls.
have all the buildings
Help
they want in
me.
the game. So they also both said, feel free if I have my ideas for a Barb Hut rework that I can just send it directly to them. So the objective of today's stream is that I'm probably not going to play Clash. I don't know how long this is going to take. Like I have the Clash up, but in reality, you guys, we're doing like this is a group project, right? We are coming up. We are basically designing the ideas for what a Barb Hut rework could be. And then my goal is that at the end of the stream, I just send it to the devs. Because as far as I am aware, it is up to me to design this Barb Hut rework because they don't know what to do, and I don't blame
the
them.
other TTS. Did you purge them? Anyway, rest in peace, big fella. Boss out.
I wasn't even boss, bro. The other I'm waiting. I'm just trying to get like talking animations for the other TTS
This
voices.
be a hot take. I don't like the appeal of animated TTS, nor the barbarian avatar for that matter. There was a certain charm to the grit of the older animations.
Sucks for
Most
you.
would likely disagree.
Shaggy, they said something interesting about like they don't. I think it was Julesy at least, but if they're gonna introduce the
Do you know what
Barbarian
else is
King,
a group project? The Minecraft server.
fuck you.
Coming soon.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, if they're gonna introduce the Barbarian King to Clash Royale, they are gonna want to do it as its own card, not like
Been
a
wiping
rework.
my ass for so long, I've wiped shit from the future.
Oh, awesome.
Alt send help. Wait, get septic tank Barb, he'll know what to do.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Do I need to turn down the music at all? Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay.
Barg. Alt, I have a proposition. How goonable the trower from Cock Show Hung Shu.
What?
Instead.
So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna open up like a. I mean, this is not gonna be something that I'll let you guys into, but let me get this set up because I think I'm gonna like do like a Google Doc.
Wait, second. Are Bob, Jack, and Big Fella gone? What a shame.
They'll be back.
Also nice titties on the waifu.
The waifu animated TTS voice, that dude, that one's so funny though. Like you gotta admit, that one's pretty fucking awesome. Okay.
All of my fellow text-to-speech brothers have fallen currently hiding in the oil fields after the Goblin president won the elections.
Dude, the baby's funny. So I think what I do, let's go.
Today's subject, Barbary. I need the Barbarian King from Kasi, cause cock is good and I like my erg fatty, bruh.
I like my cheese drippy. Okay. It'd be different if I could like hand draw some stuff, but basically what we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna be like taking a bunch of
New
notes.
patch dropped. Barb Shack, Big Fella, and British people have been removed from the game. They were deemed too oily. Also,
yeah.
guy that said no animation Saibow.
Invader suggested a Barb ballistic missile. Yeah, I was talking to him about that for a bit. I think he didn't include the entire conversation, but yeah. This
What
is
if
not
the
gonna.
Barb Hut sent out 3 greasy machokas and
Also,
then they would start
Lemon, thank you,
machoking their
100.
chickens?
Are we doing a complete change like Furnace? We are designing. We're gonna come up with like multiple different ideas, such that like they have options, right? Like we can design a rework, we can design a potential Evo, we
Hey,
can
Alt,
design if it
septic
became a
tank
champ.
Barbarian here.
Yeah,
What the fuck did you do to my voice? I can smear shit on my cock like this.
true, man.
I am going to crash Tibby time if I'm not fixed soon.
No, you won't. Con man, CRL was really fun, bro. I had a great time. Okay. So
I think the new Barb Hut should make special barbs, where 1 can hold you down and 2 can... Hey, you know.
wait. Do you guys think I should make a? Okay, hold up. Wait. Pause the music. Do you guys think I should make a like a document, or should I send the devs like a PowerPoint presentation? You guys want to help me make a PowerPoint
The new Barbarian
presentation?
Tuber is an upgrade, though. His skin is shinier due to the oil, and the shoulder tattoo adds a charm point. He also looks like he's actually happy to be here instead of just
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty chill. I also like the yapping baby, bro. The yapping baby is so fucking funny. Use paint? Yeah, I will probably use some paint. Well, this is literally
Barb
gonna
Hut
be
Rework is a pregnant man that walks forward, and when he reaches half health, start going into labor, constantly producing barbs. Pregnant. Also, I'm not joining the Minecraft server, fuck you.
That's valid, bro. Okay. So if I just like, I'll just like, I could just like keep it here, I guess. Oh, what's up, Homer? Oh, Homer, are
Since
you
the
going to
fellas
get a
are on break
haircut?
today, I'd like to give a warm shout out to all people of color, Jews, women, tubers, and especially piggers. Hello!
Jesus Christ, man. Okay. I might need to like readjust some of the like the layout here. You know what?
Barb Hut Enjoyer Her. Can I join Barb Huttington? PL us. My Barb is kinda huddles.
My
I
Barb,
know it's full. So can I join?
my Barb is kind of huddles, right? So I'm trying to think how I position this. Maybe I do it like this. Maybe I could honestly.
Ooga! I love looking at the waifu tots speak. It makes
True.
my peanut fall off and roll away.
Sure. Right, this doesn't really work. All right, I'm just gonna turn off the clash for now. The chat, you know what? Probably shouldn't.
Hello, Alt 37s.
Hey.
Can you change your name to Alt 67s?
No. All right. You know what? It's like kind of bare bones, but like, let's be real, guys. Come on.
Send them a video of you presenting the presentation.
Dude, that'd be kind of funny, So how big can I like? I think this would be fine, right? Okay.
Damn. We really need to think today.
We do.
What about Barb Hut makes a big sweaty barb wall?
True. No, but I actually have like legitimate ideas. Like I know this could be like funny, but like I have some actual good ideas that I've been cooking.
Where's Silly Guy?
Let me like get my
want
cook
Silly Guy
music.
back.
I need good music for cooking, right? Like what's a good oh, I know the perfect song. All right. This is the
I left
perfect
for 5
song.
minutes. Why am I now getting a PowerPoint presentation? Jump scared.
PowerPoint presentation on why you're cringe. Barb dressed man. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Goo goo gaga, let me suck your barbitties.
no.
Barbie need his oil. God, I'm so glad you let us say the most unhinged shit. You're a beautiful man.
So basically, I'm like also like I'm like half presenting you guys this PowerPoint, but I haven't even made the PowerPoint, right? So this is kind of like when you're in high school.
As a game designer in
And-
training, in my professional opinion, the bobbit should, do bobbing stuff we like.
True. This is kind of like when you just like forgot to do the project and you're like trying to rush it in like the few minutes before you're like called on and you have to present. So that's what we're doing.
Hey, Alt, I've just aced a test and instantly came to see you.
Hi.
I also came.
Nice. So guys, let me first start you off with what I think at least my primary idea. My primary idea for a rework would be. What am I checking? I see what you're saying. Maybe we'll elaborate on that, but you guys got to be on the same page as me, right? So this is my first idea. Is turning it into a pseudo win condition. So I actually have assets,
Hello,
right?
Mr. Hotman
I'm gonna
House
need to decorate
CEO.
this stuff too.
It's me, Minecraft Updates Girl. Did you catch the DM I sent you earlier? If not, the new pack is coming along well.
So, all right, let me, I'm gonna try and like put pictures and stuff in here too. So, you guys can kind of like understand what I'm thinking, right?
Range barbs that spawns little barbs that explodes in small AoE.
So it's kind of like if you took the way I'm envisioning it is it's kind of like a combination of these two almost, where it's
How
like
about if the hut takes damage enough that the bottom falls off and the barbs are holding
well,
up the roof and
because
carrying it forward?
you know how like the goblin giant like has the ranged attack, and then you have the goblin cage which is like pulls in hog riders and stuff like. Oh, God.
Hey, hi,
you know what? I'll
hello. So
elaborate
I'm
on
bad at Clash, but I'm really good at looking at numbers and reworks. Also, did you just make a sus hut?
Sus hut. So, like a cannon that moves, and here's where I need to like get into like kind of exactly how I want it to function, because I'm thinking like maybe it has like 2 stages, so kind of like a ram. No, I don't know why everybody thinks it's like a ram. No. When I remove the voices, they'll come back in the future. Don't worry about them. So the first thing that I'm thinking is like maybe, you know what I should do? Actually, let me just like find a picture of
The hut could drive forward and deploy barbs along the way. Thoughts?
let me just like get a picture of. Okay, this could probably like be fine here. Oh my god, it's so low res. It's so low res. No. Oh yeah. I mean, like, you can kind of see what's going on, right? Like... like the pregnant mounts a cannon on top. We reworking cards now, bro. It's literally because the devs told me to. Like they didn't explicitly tell me to, but they
the screen.
The devs basically said they don't know what the fuck they want to do for the card, and so if we want a Barb Hut rework, then I'm gonna have to do it. So is this brainstorming, Luna? I've been brainstorming by myself for a while. This is me like
astrophysics to a class of autistic pre-K children.
This is me just putting my thoughts on paper and, you know, just kind of like going from there. I want some dead mouse now.
When did this turn into a slideshow stream?
I'll do it myself.
I haven't seen an online slideshow since I watched a video on the anatomy of the male brain.
Okay, I need a fucking higher quality image of an arena so I could, like, you know, use it for reference. Surely this one looks a little bit better.
I think your idea is great.
Oh.
My thought is it's a win code that has barbarian arms that attack anything that comes to close.
So basically, guys, what we're going to be doing is, because the intent is like, I want to send like a whole, I just want to like document my ideas for the rework, and I want to pass it to the devs and be like, here's what you do, right? Look at this. Look, there's even Barb in the picture, but it's 7 elixir, bro. It's 7 elixir. First stream, we're designing our dream Barb Hut rework, or at least a couple of ideas, and then at the end of the stream, we are sending it directly to the devs.
What if the Barb Hut spawned pregnant barbs that give birth to baby barbs?
True, man. Yeah, man. Awesome. Sure. So, the Trojan Hut. How do I want to start this, right? So, let me get my images, right? Because I'll
the
like
barbs just hold up the roof of the hut, holding the hut in pieces and running it forward to slam it against the tower. And yet, it still counts as a building for targeting.
Where's my like card for the barbarian card barbarian hut? Why do I not have the card art? Oh, there it is. Never mind. I was gonna say,
Big
what
Buy carries a hut that attracts win cons like Hog or Giant.
Yes.
When the building breaks, it doesn't attract win cons anymore, but spawns barbs until Big Guy dies.
Well, here's what I was thinking, right? So it's like, so you place down your hut, because you guys see, like, you know, how I'll play the hut, right? Like, you know, you slap it down. We got a hog rider, right? So let's say, like, let's just say, like, someone wants to go hog rider, right? Like, and here's where I'm like kind of split on if I want it to be in different phases or not. You think there is a website for putting the cards in buildings? Is there? There might be. If there's like a better mapping
Barb
website for this,
only
let me know.
deploys on the water and constantly spawns barbs on the opponent's side.
But you guys, it's kind of like, I imagine if someone goes for a hog rider, let's just say like the building is not stationary, right? Like it just starts moving. So like if someone goes for a hog, right? The building would be moving towards the tower very slowly, but the hog rider would be like chasing the building. I was also thinking like you could make it so like while the building is mobile, you have like a barbarian or something, or like a barbarian or two, and they're like sticking their arms out of the Barb hut window and they're like attacking the hog rider, right? So kind of like how when a goblin giant is like running towards the tower and throwing spears, when the Barb hut is going towards the tower, anything that's trying to melee the hut, there's barbs that are like smacking it, right? So a big suspicious bush, kind of, not really, you know? So
Testing, Barb hut.
So I guess how do we like describe this to the devs, right? This just sounds like E-Giant yeah, dude, this is exactly like E-Giant clone. And so I guess I'm trying to, like my brain works like, dude, I'm ADHD as fuck, so I'm thinking about like 10 different things, or like, you know, how would I do this if it was just a rework, or what about the Evo, what about if it was a champ? I just gotta like go one at a time, right? But I think my best idea would just be like, so
The HUD is again stationary, but
So
it shoots
card-
arrows rapidly when an enemy gets close.
so it could also
We
be like,
increase the range to make up for it.
it could
making it
also
able to
be
shoot at the enemy tower
stationary.
from your side of the map.
It could also be stationary at first, and then like a cannon cart, when it takes enough damage, then it starts moving. But I kind of like the idea of it just like being moving, right? So cart is a building, you know, but acts as
What
a
about
win,
when it breaks? It spawns a barbarian
get there.
king instead of a normal one.
but acts as a win condition and moves towards opponent tower. I guess you could say like, oh, I guess I should probably, here, we got to do like good formatting and stuff, guys. This is basically a college class, right?
Paywall, baby, here.
Hey.
I think everyone should watch the Pokemon Nuzlocke because they are very good.
Sort of like a round wire. I guess you know, we'll see, you know, the Barb spirit. Barb spirit would go crazy.
Wait, there's a stream
So
and a Barb hut rework one.
if
What if we try
card
doing something with
retains
the barbarian
high
launcher from
elixir
Joker versions?
cost, aka card still costs 6 to play, then maybe it could not be.
So you're using the Barb hut as a skeleton barrel with some form of attack
and
when moving.
only slowly move towards Princess Tower. So you could make it that it ignores other buildings, but it's like really fucking slow, you know?
So is this like a pseudo cannon cart that attracts with a bayonet mechanic like the Three Muskies?
Kind
But
of
we'll
like how
spawn
they
Evo
added the
Barb
melee,
since two
but
other Barb Evo cards have them.
I don't know. You know what? I kind of don't like that idea. I kind of like that it should still be able to get kited. So I would just say like, you know, you place it down.
Uncle
So
is really trying to write something by himself. Just ask Chat GPT, bruh.
no, fuck you. That's what like pussies do. Sounds like a siege machine. Yeah, no, guy. First off, thank you for the 5, bro. Second off, you're already ahead of the curve because that's what I was gonna go
What if
for.
when it breaks, the arena gets covered with oil and troops have a chance to slip?
Oh, a goblin giant will throw spears at troops. The Barb hut
First, we
will
have to think, what is Bob Hut?
its way to the tower while kiting win condition troops like Hog Rider and
Now that Mr. King is
giants.
gone, everyone has channeled their personality into this pink autistic thing.
So when troops attack the mobile hut, there are 1 to 2 or so barbarians that are sticking their arms out of the windows and
What if we make
smacking
it
whatever
like Spirit
is
Empress,
attacking
a
the
low-cost
hut?
version and a high-cost one?
Well, no, you know what? I honestly didn't even think about that. You know? I guess like, I don't know. That would be like a whole different like rabbit hole train of thought. Like that would be like something else to consider, right? You just think a moving barbarian hut would be way too goofy looking? Sure, buddy. Sure. You just don't get it. You just don't understand. You don't see the vision. You just don't understand, man. Basically a siege machine plus electro giant ability. Not really. I mean, maybe. But like, it's like if someone, okay, you know what? Maybe I should, for reference, get the picture of it. So like, so like if you guys play Clash of Clans, God, dude, why are all the pictures so fucking low res and shitty?
The Barb should pick up the Barb hut once it's damaged enough and carry it to the enemy tower. Boss out.
Boss out. That out of here. Maybe I can unsupport. Okay, wow, this is awesome. I mean, the real cock players know what I mean, but what about now? Okay, why is every fucking image format not supported? This kind of feels like a ripoff. Paste without formatting. Okay, never mind. I'll go fuck myself.
Alt, what happened to all the voices? Why am I alone here with Evil Baby and Barb Boss?
I'm not gonna keep answering the question. They'll come back in the future. Just don't worry about it right now. If you're confused, don't worry about it. Okay, maybe. good enough, bro.
You should make it like the cannon cart.
Good enough.
So when it loses half its health, it becomes immobile and starts spawning barbarians.
So kind of like, you know how if you use a siege machine in Clash of Clans, how it just kind of like goes for the town hall, and then when the siege machine breaks, there are troops that come out, right? So, trying to think like Hog Hut. Well, okay, I can't. Fuck you. Hold on. There you go. Fuck you. So like, basically, you know, so
This sounds like the battle ram, but no charging, and it's considered a building.
sure. So basically is like a goblin giant, but melee instead of
What about a
ranged
flying hut that is super
attack.
slow, but periodically drops bombs at a super slow rate? The hut airship.
I'm thinking I really like the Trojan hut. I think the Trojan hut goes crazy.
Hey Alt, Boss here. Why the fuck is the mod pack for the Minecraft server so fucking massive and computer destroying?
I don't know.
I just wanted to play Minecraft,
I know.
not get an aneurysm.
I know, right? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I really just we're not gonna no more Minecraft talk in this stream. I'm focused on this. If I hear Minecraft, I'm just gonna skip the message.
Add giant mortar on the roof, which will fire Evo Barb in any unit, then cross the bridge. If there are no enemies, it will be usual Barbut.
Well,
or if they're
Trojan
enemy on your
hut.
side of map, all Barbs will be Evo.
Like the Trojan hut aspect of it, I call it the Trojan hut just like, you know, like the word of it. Like Trojan hut, I guess, wouldn't necessarily attack, but
May Allah bless you. ALT. My jiggly tits are jiggling because of this stream.
so you know what? Here, I'll even like make a nice visual for them. Can I get like a? Do I have like a
Hey,
giant?
Alt, Shriek here. I found this rework idea on Reddit. Dommed it to you.
I don't want somebody else's rework idea. If I wanted someone else's rework idea from Reddit, then I wouldn't be doing the stream, right? So you got like your
Hey, Alt Duke
giant
here.
shit.
So it's pretty much like a siege machine that slowly makes its way to the tower and can semi-defend itself.
It's kind of like yeah, it's kind of like that, right? It's like it's a goblin cage with wheels, right? But I'm trying to think like what happens when the machine breaks, or like what happens next after that, right?
The Greeks should have learned about the Trojan hut when they had invaded Troy.
True. Just spawn a barbarian on the tower. Well, okay. I think that the base idea of like the mobile building win condition is really good, right? But then if we want to expand upon it, then it's like, okay, well, let's just say, okay, how do I put my thoughts into something that you guys can understand, right? So if you made it,
Here's my take. Delete the Barbarian Hut and make a new card.
yeah.
The Barbarian Hut Spirit.
True, 1 elixir, it spawns a barbarian hut. So you could make it like pretty tame. Maybe so okay, so let's just start with like the vanilla hut, right? I think though that like being able to kite like a hog rider, right? How about we make it fly?
I think the biggest problem with most ideas I'm seeing is that they're all essentially a similar battle ram send tweet.
Yeah, because like a lot of ideas are just like they don't, you gotta like, you know, it's gotta be like a realistic strategy, right?
Make the hut leave a trail of oil behind itself that make them slip and respect the hut. Boss out.
It seems like just a better idea for an Evo. No, because you don't want like a building and then like a fucking like the Evo to be like you don't want it to like function that
Does it
differently.
need to do
Wouldn't make
something
sense.
after it's destroyed? Not everything needs to be complicated.
Well, because I imagine this being like, well, then here's the thing, like this could either be like you could make this like 5 elixir or something, like you could make it a cheaper elixir cost and make it so it doesn't really have like a death effect, or you could like make it more expensive and you can make it have death effect stuff, right? Honestly, I kind of like the idea maybe if it's like 5 elixir, right? Kind of like a giant. But you know, why if it was 5 elixir, why would you play this card over the
Barbarian
giant?
picks up the hut and drags it across the arena. When it spawns more barbs, it only spawns 2 since you main in scene car.
Isn't this just making a better battle ram? No, because it doesn't charge, dumbass. When did I say that it charges? It's not a battle ram. It doesn't charge. Guys, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if we keep just saying it's a battle ram. It's the same shit,
I
bro.
think you should shove all the Barbians into
Yeah,
a Wicker
right.
Man building on a moving platform. And then when it destroyed, it spills out all of the barbs like skeleton barrel.
I mean, I'm trying to think like, if a hog rider destroys it, what if it like, it deployed like a couple barbarians, but it like pushed them forward a little bit?
How about the hut becomes a carriage, generating 1 barbs a time. When it breaks, spawns Barb King and Archer Queen.
Well, because like, look, if you think about it, like, let's say like your hut gets to like right here, their hog rider destroys the hut, and then the hog rider like goes for your tower, right? But if your barbs come
Idea.
out of the
The
hut,
barb hut spawns
It's
the
just
3
gonna get
barbs when
kited.
placed and 3 when
I am pausing TTS because I don't. All right, TTS is just going to be paused for a while because I want to be able to get my thoughts out and I don't need the constant spam. I think like if the hog rider destroys it and then runs away and the barbs come out, the barbs are going to get distracted and try and like chase the hog rider down. So I think what you could do instead is like once the hut breaks, you could also make the hut like have AoE damage to like. This is too dubsteppy for me right now. Or it's fine, whatever. So I think maybe you could make it so like the hut just like fucking explodes, right? You break the hut, it explodes and like a couple barbs shoot out, maybe just like 3 barbs or something. You could I don't know, man. Like maybe when it dies, it rages every barb on the map. The Discord invite isn't working. You can fuck, do I have to fix that? You can find the working Discord link. Go to Twitch and you'll find it. It's just a matter of trying to think like what I want to do. No, Warped on the YouTube side, not the Twitch side. Trying to figure out what I want to do like when the hut gets like broken down. Cause like how does it like become kind of a win condition? On death, it could shoot 2 barbs on rockets to nearby spots. Well, I'm thinking about like also, you feel like I should have prepared more? Why? I don't want to do that. If I wanted to prepare more, I would have just fucking done this off stream and not shared it with you guys. So, can I mod you there or something, Brady? It doesn't, it's like different on there. I don't know. Spawns 2 barbs in a barrel forward. I feel like it's got to be some sort of like offensive barb thing, right? Like it's kind of like it'll kite the hog rider. However, Rework, if you guys want to make a channel in the Discord for Barb Hut Rework, then do it. You should do that. I'll take a look at it as we go, but like, I mean, hey guys, welcome to the real world. This is just how thinking works. You don't just snap your fingers and get ideas immediately. I know it might be crazy for some people to realize that, but you actually have to like think if you want to accomplish stuff. So, I do like the idea of it cutting the hog, but like on death. What the fuck was that? Oh. Thinking is cringe. Yeah, I know. So like, okay. I'm really just gonna get fucking this shit. What would be like realistic? Because I mean, if it stayed like 6 elixir, I don't know, man. A set of archers. Well, if it was like an Evo, I think like you just keep it like a normal Trojan hut. But if you wanted to do it like Furnace, where they released a rework and an Evo for the rework, you could make it so that whenever like it's like moving, maybe like the Evo would have like, you know, a barb launcher on top or something, right? I feel like that's where you would put something additional on it for the Evo, or that can be like a champion activated ability, right? Like it's a Trojan hut, and if you like press 1 elixir, maybe it like shoots a barb at something, you know? If it had an offensive and defensive mode, well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, you know? Would you prefer to keep the moving part in our ideas or go wild? Wait, what? I don't know what you mean. Isn't Ram already a Trojan hut? You're a dumbass. Let's see. I mean, interesting little hut. There are 1 200 that are sticking their arms out of the windows and smacking whatever is attacking the hut. So I think like, so this could just be like, you know, functionality, right? You can say like on death, like, so like phase 1 is like card acts as building and slowly moves towards tower, pulling attention from win conditions. Phase 2, hut breaks, stops moving. So I really like the idea of there being like 2 barbs that are like sticking their arms out of the hut that are attacking whatever is trying to break the hut. But then maybe when like if the hog rider breaks the hut, maybe the hut just like fucking explodes, and that explosion is used as like, you know, propulsion to like launch a few barbs forward, right? So like it explodes, and then whatever troops were meleeing it, it launches the barbs forward towards the tower or something, or just like a single barb or 2. I don't know. I'm not sure how that would work, or if it would like be balanced, you know, because like it would kind of, why must it be a win con? Why must anything be a win con? You know, why is anything the way that it is? You know, why does anything? I wish people asked the question why more often, you know. So do not explode the barb. Well, that's where I feel like you could really expand on the ideas, because you could just make it like Consume the child. You're saying like, you know, second phase it launches a ram. I don't know. I don't think you should put a battle ram in the hut. I kind of really like the idea, because like, let's think about it, right? So think about this, right? So when someone is using, because like ranged troops on the hut would be like a decent counter to it, right? But let's just say like somebody, okay, actually this would be good to explain here. So I need to get like the right card icons out here, and you'll like kind of understand what it is that I'm trying to explain. But I think you guys will see my vision, right? Right. Let me get our stupid ass Tesla out. Where's the handsome man card? And there it is. Okay. So basically, like, okay, so like scenario 1, we kind of already talked about, right? Like the hut is like, it's moving towards the tower, and it like kites the enemy hog rider. The enemy hog rider breaks it, and then their hog rider rushes towards your tower. But, you know, if the guys just kind of like come out of the hut normally, they'll get distracted by the hog rider, and it'll be like kind of useless, right? So I think in that case, it would be helpful, like when the hut gets destroyed, that it would like launch barbs forward, right? Like it would like kind of project them forward, so they aren't going to be in the range of the hog rider, and they're not going to be kited like that, you know? I think scenario 2 would be like, let's say like someone goes for a Tesla, right? Like you got like your Tesla in the middle, the hut's coming in and it gets distracted. If the hut breaks like right here and it launches barbs forward to right here, you bypass the Tesla and you still get like a hit or 2 on the tower. Like that actually fundamentally seems pretty sick, right? Because it's like you could try and use a building to kite it, but like when you break the hut, the barbs are gonna bypass your building and still pressure the tower anyways. Seems broken. Yeah, Philip, but I'm designing this with the intent that it's like 6 elixir, right? TTS is pause. Yeah, I paused TTS because I didn't want ideas being yelled in my ear every 5 seconds. So W idea. I'm just thinking like, I'm trying to think of ways to make it so the barbs aren't useless, right? Like the explosion after the hut isn't necessary, but I think of like You know, it's kind of like, you know, when fighter jet pilots hit like the emergency exit button and they like launch out of the cockpit, right? It's basically like, all right, the hut's going down. We gotta launch, boys, and it just like launches a barb or two onto it. For 6 elixir, it should be strong. Yeah, exactly. But like, you know, it would basically be like, so think about it like this, right? If they try to kite with a Tesla, let's say the Tesla is enough to like, you know, break the hut out of first phase, but it launches like 2 barbs towards the tower. That's going to require them to put like another 2 elixir-ish to stop the barbs, which is basically like making it something respectable to have to counter, right? It has to stay rare though. Yeah, I mean, this could still stay rare. Instead of an explosion, it should be barrels. Well, the reason I say explosion is because, one, the explosion would do a little bit of extra damage, especially if they like put a skeleton army on the hut. It would kill the skeleton army, but it would launch the barb. It would basically make it reasonable for the barbs to launch themselves forward, you know? So hut breaks. No longer attract wind conditions. Upon breaking, the hut explodes. Which does some damage to nearby troops, but more importantly, launches a barb or 2 or 3 forward. So this would allow barbs to avoid being kited by the leftover hog rider that broke the hut. It would also you know, like bypass like a Tesla or cannon, as it would put immediate pressure on the tower. I feel like this should be enough, right? And you know, if they don't understand, they can talk to me about it, right? If the barbs had a vault pull, what happens if it reaches the tower without being destroyed? If it reaches the tower without being destroyed, I think it just like explodes. It does like the same thing, but now you have like the hut explosion death damage. No TTS today. I have it paused because I was starting to get annoyed. Or like, I'm trying to think. When I'm trying to think and I'm trying to talk, I don't want TTS interrupting me constantly. So trying to think like kind of like insert a symbol. Kind of like a shape. Ooh. Okay, yeah, like that. And then I can go like another shape, equation, equals. You know, okay. So, smacks the towers for F damage. So it's like a weird ramp. It's not a fucking ramp. Like, why is everybody calling it a fucking ramp, right? It's not a ramp. There's a building, but acts as a wind condition and moves towards opponent tower. Kind of like how the Goblin Giant throws spears at troops. The Barb Hut will make its way towards the tower, while kiting wind condition troops like Hog Rider and Giants, etc. When troops attack the mobile hut, there are 1 to 2 or so barbarians that are sticking their arms out of the windows and smacking whatever is attacking the hut. You know, basically like a Goblin Giant, but melee instead of ranged attack. So phase 1, card acts as a building and slowly moves tower, pulling attention from wind condition. Phase 2, hut breaks, no longer attacks wind conditions. Upon breaking, the hut explodes, which does some damage, which does some like AoE damage to nearby troops, but more importantly, launches a barb or 2 or 3 forward. This would allow Barbs to avoid. This would allow the death Barbs, or like the, you know, like the spawned Barbs, to avoid being kited by the leftover hog rider that broke the hut. It'd also bypass like a Tesla. You know what I can do also? I'll like put this in like phases here. I'm gonna cook, right? So you have like, I have my snipping tool up so you can't see me where like with how I'm doing this, right? So like, so first it's moving, and then I just like control. Okay. So it's kind of like that. And then it's like when the hut breaks. Oh, I need like, hold up. I need like an explosion PNG. Let me find like explosion PNG. Oh, perfect. Yeah, this is. No, no, my Barb hut. No, it's fucking gone. No. Bro, this is so sad. I did not take out an insurance policy on my hut before it blew the fuck up. So right, so the Tesla will like destroy the hut. So okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. So like insert Xbox like right here. So shown Tesla heights and brakes, hut phase 1. Hut explodes and launches Barbs past the Tesla to the tower, which demands an additional, you know, like 1 to 3 elixir response. You know, I feel like that makes sense, right? Like, you guys, as long as you guys are able to like understand what it is that I'm saying, I feel like this is pretty good so far, right? What's the song? It's Riverside 2099. Right, no, 2099 or 20? Oh, it's 2099. This sounds hard to implement. I mean, nah. I don't think it does. I feel like this really isn't that difficult to implement. Why are there so many TTS? Yeah, I don't know. What's up, Marks? Turn distance in the tower, just shoots the Barb to the back of the tower, kind of like moving a close range mortar. You could also make it so like it launches a Barb towards the tower, but then maybe it also like there's a Barb that spawns in the hut, right? So there's like one Barb in the hut and then one Barb that flanks. Right? Definitely need a lot of testing. Well, Philip, my goal is not to give them a 100% done idea. My goal is to give them like the base idea, and then when it comes to like tweaking the interactions and in-game stuff, that's what I trust them with, you know? Is this base or this is base. This is just like a base win condition hut. How far does it launch it? So like Barb launching after so like hut dying / exploding interactions. So let's say like, okay, first we need to say like So hut reaches tower. Okay, so like Trojan hut is able to reach tower. Explodes, doing damage to the tower, and possibly launching the barbs behind the tower. Could also have one barb spawn in the spawn where the hut explodes and another barb is launched forward, almost like a pinch flank maneuver, right? Why are people placing walls of text? I mean, I don't know. Huskins troop launcher. I don't know. It's reach out. When it's not exploded and reached the tower. Yeah. So that's like a kind of what we just described, right? The Trojan Tut is able to reach the tower, explodes, doing damage to the explodes upon arriving, you know. And okay, turn on the music. No, I don't wanna. You're the only person I've seen complain about it, so no, I don't wanna. Bro, I'm gonna like ban the word ram. I'm vibing that one guy. I'm sorry, but I'm vibing. Turn up the music. Oh, hell yeah. So it explodes, doing damage. You're trying to think like what other interactions could I be missing? Yo, Donut Shark with the 5, man. Thank you, man. What if the Barb hut turned into a Barb pimp shop and spawns jacked, greased up Barbs in leather jackets in a pimped out convertible that drives around? I mean, honestly, yeah, that seems kind of baller. Wait, hold. You like the greaser Barbs? You know, like the fucking like, I'm thinking like, oh god, what is it, like Dirty Dancing, whatever? You have like slick back hair. Oh my god, bro. Sounds too similar to Wall Breakers. You're retarded. I'm sorry. Let's see. I have one Barb spawn. I guess like the like trajectory of the Barbs going out, it's gonna be interesting to try and calculate how they like launch themselves out, right? There's like a bunch of different ways that it could happen. Spawn infinite Barbs, yeah. Has Supercell still denied me? Yeah. But it's not the balancing team that denies me. So that goes in, it'll be like that. I guess you could say like maybe like interactions. So like even though it moves, but still takes you know, still vulnerable to EQ because it is still a building, right? So it's like can it be hooked? Well, no. So like Fisherman would not pull the moving hut. He would pull himself to the hut. I would say immune to knockback. Maybe. Does that make sense? Would it be immune to knockback? Maybe AQ does damage. Well, it's still a building, right? I'm still kind of treating it like a building. I know if someone logs it, is that? I feel like a log, like, I mean, when I'm thinking immune to knockback, I'm thinking like, you know how Mighty Miner does not like get knocked back by like the RG, you know? Just like also how like the Dark Prince can't be snowballed, right? So I'm gonna say like heavy card, hard to tornado. Nothing is immune to log. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, you can't snowball and boop a Dark Prince. It's gonna be like you can't snowball a P.E.K.K.A and bonk it back, right? So heavy card, hard to tornado, does not get displaced from snowball. Still, you know, knocked by log. Hard to move with tornado. Does not get displaced from snowball. Still knocked by log. Fireball. I mean, that's just fireball. It's just an explosion. What about Mother Witch? Well, it's a building, so like, I guess that's important. You got to include everything. So like, I guess you could say. Well, how would clone work? Well, it's a building, so you probably has same interactions as buildings, so like no clone, no Mother Witch, piggy spawn. No Mother Witch, piggy spawn. Huh. Yeah, imagine like a little, like just a single barbarian's legs are what's moving the hut. Like that'd be kind of funny. Pulls building targeted troops. Yeah, obviously. You know, phase 1 pulls building targeting troops. Phase 2 explodes and deploys additional barbs. I'm literally. Would Evo Mega Knight still knock it back? Well, Evo Mega Knight literally knocks like everything back, right? What about Diddy Cage? Oh, I guess what happens if it like comes into contact with a regular building, you know? Like, that's why I was also thinking before, what if it like didn't get distracted by buildings and it just kind of like went straight for the tower, but it was like really fucking slow. Like, I guess it could just explode on the building. And then maybe when the barbs launch, it always launches them towards the tower. So, okay, wait, that's actually important to include here. So like, if a hut reaches a building, Tesla, Gob Cage, etc., it explodes and launches the barbs towards the nearest tower. So like death launched barbs will always move toward, or will always be aimed in direction of enemy tower. When this concept be legendary? Oh hey Homer.
Homer, are you going to get a haircut?
Homer. Would lightning full counter it? No. Just like you can't hit troops when they're in the air, you know, you can't hit a prince when he's jumping over the river. The part reaches a building, it explodes and launches the barbs towards the nearest tower. It's kind of like how. What about HP? That's what I'm not at that part yet. You know, I'm not at that. I don't think. Well, what about Hunter's Net, Donut Shrek? No, because Hunter's Net doesn't stop buildings. Spawn and not be netted by Hunter Evo. It doesn't. It's not a spawner. You know. Mike Fleming. It's not. It's not gonna be like, you know, spawning constantly. What other important? I'm literally gonna like scroll through like cards on my phone and try and think like what would be important to like take note of for interactions. Please tell me vines. Well, yeah, vines like you know, can be targeted by vines. I'm not sure if I want it to be able to be raged. I guess it doesn't matter, right? Like, does it really matter if it's raged? Earthquake, I already wrote that down. It moves faster, can be targeted. Unsure if rage should directly affect. Every building can be raged. Okay, then yeah, I guess can be targeted by vines, can be raged. What else? What else? Little Prince ability. Little Prince ability. Little Prince ability. Summon. Would that Baby Dragon Evo? Evo Baby Dragon. Well, I guess if you think about it, like, bro, I mean, bro, we're already using Evo Baby Dragon to speed up golems and E-Giants towards the tower. You know, what's the problem with sending in the man house there, right? Too many interactions for a hut? Okay, well, when you're the one designing it, you can tell me how many interactions you want. I don't think you need to understand how game design works, bro. Like, you have to consider every single fucking interaction for a card to be implemented. You can't just like put a card in the game and then expect everything to figure it out. Like, that's not how it works. This is literally how you design something. You have to just put everything on paper, or like, you know, in a document. You have to just put all your thoughts down You need to make sure there's no like questions about it, right? Like I'm thinking about every like niche weird thing. Like, should the Little Prince ability push it back? I don't think so. I guess you could say like Goblin Curse shouldn't spawn goblins. Well, I guess that's the same thing as like the Mother Witch Pig spawn. But so like Little Prince ability summon, Evo, Battle Ram, Charge. Is there anything else that's like really pushing? Not really. Do not shove the hut. Well, I guess yeah, that makes sense. The Evil Battle, yeah. They do not. Evo Snowball still will, yeah. So like, does not get displaced from Snowball. Can be hit with Evo Snowball to bring it back. I think like that's fair, right? What else? I guess. I mean, there's really not that many other like super crazy ones. Oh, actually, here's an interesting one. Monk reflect ability can reflect the launched barbs. Very niche, but it is technically a projectile, right? You know what I mean? Evo Snow doesn't work on buildings. I mean, I don't know, like maybe. I feel like, you know, I'm not sure. Hi, Chloe. I'm still disappointed, Chloe, that you refused to talk to me in that stream with Oxalate. I'm very sad. I wanted to be on that stream. Anyways, maybe it does that. You were Jesus. Anyways, I don't think there's like anything else really than like maybe the Mega Knight Evo. Honestly, can reflect the launch barbs. I don't think the Mega Knight Evo should be able to knock it back, right? How would this work with Evo Goblin Cage? Evo Goblin Cage would not have. That's a good one. Thank you for pointing that one out. Evo Goblin Cage cannot pull in the hut. Hut will just explode like it does for every other building. Oh, yo, Lapis. Lapis with 5 gifted on the Twitch side, guys. W for Lapis. So I appreciate you. I appreciate that. W hut support. W Lapis. You don't think they would ever do Oily Man projectiles? Evo Cage makes it lose some HP. Check DMs. I mean, I'll try, bro, but I can't just be like checking. Like everybody's just gonna be sending me shit. So like, I'll like briefly look through some of them. Joe, I see Joe Hall sent me some stuff with. They actually seem like kind of interesting. Seem kind of different. All barbs come on range for only like 5 seconds. I see what you're saying, Joe, but like, I feel like that doesn't really like do too much. I don't know. Anyways, what were you going to say? Oh god. Harvesting. Zaytrain, it kind of sounds like in Clash of Clans, you have in Clash of Clans in the builder base village, there's like the guard hut or the guard shack where there's like a barb and an archer that just kind of defends your builder base. That's kind of what your idea sounds like to me. The guard post, yeah. That's like another idea that I had originally, was like kind of making it similar to the guard post from the builder base, but you know, I kind of like this idea more because it makes it more dynamic. Evo Valk. I guess it does. I mean, like, it's able to be moved by tornado. It's just heavy. So like, yeah, Evo Valk will be able to pull it. It's just like, you know, it's kind of like an Evo Valk pulling a P.E.K.K.A, right? Rune Giant Chef Tower. Yeah, okay. Someone said, oh, someone said the Goblin Cage. So Rune Giant and not buff the hut. And then it was Chef Tower can level up the hut. I think the Chef Tower should be able to level up like the moving hut itself. How much damage would the death explosion do? I mean, I'll get to that. That's something I'm thinking. I think the explosion damage should be enough to just kill, like, you know, goblins. It doesn't have to do anything crazy. I think it should be just enough to kill, like, a cheap swarm card, you know? Like, maybe enough to, like, kill the shields off of guards, right? Evo Xe. The hut would not get knocked back, so Evo Xe cannot knock the hut back. I don't know. I mean, a lot of these are going to be like up for debate too, because like these are like my ideas, right? So like in theory, if I had like the dev team look through these ideas, they would like kind of debate which ones they agree and don't agree with, right? So we call them the Trojan horse. It would be the Trojan hut, bro. Mega Knight landing. Wouldn't be, it'd be no different from like a Mega Knight landing on a P.E.K.K.A. It does damage, but it's not going to move it. Does healing work on it? I don't think it should. The thing is, I don't know how much consistency there is between like all these different interactions. Like if I was to say like, oh, I don't think that the building should heal, but like, you know, it has other interactions that like allow it to be targeted. Like, I don't know. Hut cannot get healed by heal spirit or battle healer. It'd be cool if it looked like a mountain golem from a mountain golem. I'm honestly just thinking like if it was like a Barb hut, but like it had wheels on it, and it was just like a wheeled hut. And then, you know, it explodes and launches the barbs, right? I say Trojan hut because, like, you know the idea of like the Trojan horse, but can it still get zapped? Yeah, obviously. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. Okay, so those are like most infections. Am I missing anything? I feel like a lot of these interactions also kind of overlap. Like when I say like, oh, it can't get knocked back by snowball, then obviously I mean the same thing as like, oh, it can't get knocked back by like the Evo wizard fire shield. Like, you know, that shit. How would bush work? It's a building, so the bush would go to the building and then break on the building. What am I missing, man? I don't think I'm missing anything, actually. I think I'm chilling. See, like, because a skeleton barrel would break on it. Why can't you send photos in the Barb Rework channel? I don't know. I'm not sure. I do not know. You should ask the mods that. I'm focused on this. Okay, so I think in terms of interactions, that's fine. So, I guess you could say like, mention like stat, you know, up for debate. I still like keeping it like, I still like the idea of keeping, it could be like 5 elixir. I'd say like 5 or 5 elixir, but if ideas make it very strong, then it could be 6. Phase 1 hut. Phase 1 hut building. How chunky should this building be? I feel like the building should be like quite thick, you know? So so phase 1 hut building. So movement speed. Actually, let's just like look at like card stats, right? So it's like movement speed is gonna be like slow or very slow. Actually, what's the golem? Like, how fast does the golem move? Is that very slow or just slow? Oh, that's just slow. Slow, weight equals heavy. So targets, buildings, and then deploy time. How fast should this be deployed, right? It could just be like a 1 second deploy time. Like, I don't think it, like, when you place the golem down, the golem takes 3 seconds, right? I think like maybe a second or a second and a half, right? Like, it doesn't need to be instantaneous. Isn't movement speed tied to weight? I don't know if they're tied, pair of Timberlands. I don't know if that is, if those like go hand in hand together, but I feel like it's best just to say both anyways, you know? You can't verify the Discord server. It doesn't let you go to, you need to go to like the accept for channel access. I don't know if it like people actually have problems or if like people genuinely don't know that you should just like accept the rules of the server to get access to it, but okay, so deploy time like 1 or 1.5 seconds. So like HP, how tanky do I want this hut to be? For example, like a level 15 golem, I guess I should go for like level 11. So like, you know, level 11 standard. So like a level 11 golem has like 5,120 HP. So like, just for example, so like 5,120 HP is what a golem is. So let's look at like, what is a big fella? What is a big fella's HP at level 11? A big fella at level 11 has 4,090. 4,090 HP. So, it could be filling a giant. How much HP does an Inferno Tower have? An Inferno Tower has like 1748. It's gonna be tanky because it's like kind of a win condition, you know? A Royal Giant at level 11 has 3,164. 3,200. I think like how about 5 billion? Okay, because if you think about it, if you put a giant at the bridge and someone has like a Tesla in the middle, is this a hut on wheels or what? Yeah, kind of. So like if you put a giant at the bridge and someone has like a Tesla, the Tesla's gonna kite the giant over. The giant will like, he'll reach the Tesla and be able to get like a couple hits, you know? So I think like, yeah, it probably doesn't need that much HP now that I'm thinking about it. What does it like what would be like a realistic amount? Maybe like somewhere between like or maybe around like somewhere around like 2 to 3, like 2,000 to 3,000 needs to be tested, but should be pretty thick, you know. 2,000 to 3,000, like a level 11 mighty miner has 2,250. I'm not really sure that like that would just come with like play testing, right? Should it die to rocket? Maybe. How much does a level 11 rocket do exactly? A level 11 rocket does just shy of 1,500 damage. So no, I don't think a rocket should just be able to kill it. Reviews make it. What if ideas or stats make it very strong? Then it could be 6. And threat. So I would say like, so like the death damage explosion, enough to kill goblins plus take shield off of guards. Doesn't need to do massive DPS, but just kill swarm cards that are placed on it. Death damage? Yeah. Is the oil in the hut flammable? Yeah. It's an explosive hut on wheels. Could someone sum up what it does? Here, Panos, if anybody is joining and they're like confused about like the overall design, don't worry. We will go over it. Like at the end, we'll kind of like recover everything that we've been talking about. I'll give the rundown on it. Is Malalu still here? Is TTS still off? Yeah, I'll can we get a doodle of this walking Barb hut? That's probably what we'll do last. I just want to like write down once I'm like done kind of brainstorming these interactions and stuff, and I'm just like doodling, I'll put the TTS back on. So yeah, it's just gonna like sit for now, but like, yeah. Does the explosion do knockback? That's a good question. Cause like the giant skeleton bomb does, but the wall or like the balloon bomb doesn't.
Sorry,
Is it definitely just going to be like Golem or like the Mighty Miner balloon bubble?
Big fella coming through. Sorry.
Explosion has slight pushback, or like you're sort of picturing a reverse cannon cart mixed with furnace, but with the health of a royal fella. I mean, kind of. You know, it should do light knockback. Yeah, I don't think that it should do no knockback. Because like technically, you know, the explosion is being used to like launch the barbs forward, right? So Oh yeah, the Ram Rider slow. Yo, thank you, Art Grando. That's kind of important to mention. Like Ram Rider cannot target the hut with this with slow snare attack. So death damage. Am I missing anything else for it? Because like I really don't think I am. It's mainly just a matter of like the health, the explosion, and then it's just like normal barbs that come out, right? Spawned barbs are regular barbs. Quantity can be, you know, determined through testing. I'm just gonna delete that. So stats. Can big fella fuck the hut? Yeah. Big fella can fuck the hut. Check your idea, Shaggy. Maybe I feel that that's a different way of going about it, but like I also just really like the idea, like, because even if somebody like put bats on the hut, the bats will break the hut, but the explosion will kill the bats and still launch barbs towards the tower. So like even if somebody is trying to use cheap cards to counter the hut, the barbs that are launched towards the tower afterwards are still going to require an additional response. You could write counters and cards that are countered by it. I guess I could. So I guess I could say like strengths and weaknesses. So like strengths, so like strengths and weaknesses. So hut does still vulnerable to air cards, but explosion will counter bats and minions, and the barbs being launched at the tower will require the opponent to play more elixir. Thus more equal elixir trades are made. So I guess hut is still vulnerable to ranged cards like Dart Goblin, Musketeer, etc. You know, hut's still weak against high DPS cards like Inferno Drag plus Tower, P.E.K.K.A, Mini P.E.K.K.A. But that's when you start to, like, you know, think about how you'd want to build with this. Am I still sending this to Donald? Yeah, Drew. I do plan on sending this. I'm going to send it to Donald. I'm also going to send it to Julesy if I can, but yeah. You don't think the death damage should kill minions? I do. Minions are way too good right now. I feel like we can kill the minions, but you know what? Let's look at this, because I think that it should kill the shield off of guards. So how much HP does the shield has? 256 HP at level 11. Minions have 230. Therefore, minions will die. Dowie. How far are the barbs launched? The barbs will just be launched like a few tiles forward. Killing minions? Well, yeah, it's an explosion. Every single bomb explosion in the game hits ground and air, right? 6 or 7 tiles. I'm going to like kill you. I can't say that as a streamer. I need to stop saying that. I'm gonna kill you with kindness, because you're my best friend. Yeah. Window barb stats. The window barbs are just like I mean, like the window barbs, like normal barbs, can't be targeted and stay alive and attacking while Hut is still alive. They do normal Barb DPS. Sparky explosion doesn't air. Well, no one cares about Sparky. Well, yeah. The launched barbs having landing damage like Evo hogs. Like, there's a bunch of little things like that where through play testing you could decide like, oh, this is actually a good addition, or actually this is like a little too broken. So like, if Hut gets stalled out close to bridge, the launched barbs will not be able to reach the tower, so kiting the Hut. So, that's actually really important. That kiting will involve keeping it closer to the river rather than, you know, placing deep cannons or Teslas, since those would let the Hut get close enough to launch the barbs directly onto the tower. Does that make sense? You know, so like, if someone wants to stall out the Hut, because a lot of people just try and like put their cannons and Teslas like deep in the middle, but if you, can a Hut target another Hut? That's a really good question. That's actually a really interesting question. Actually, you know what? It would be kind of funny if both of the Huts just, if I placed a Hut at the bridge and someone else placed a Hut, they just fucking explode on each other. That would actually be kind of fun. Does the Hut activate King? I kind of want it so it just goes towards the Princess Towers. I don't know. I think the idea of the two Huts just kind of like going towards each other and then just like crashing, like that'd be kind of funny, because technically it's an even elixir trade if both people do that, right? Would the Barb launch work like the Goblin Queen ability? No, not like that. Does the Hut crash make it a building or block buildings placed on like a cannon cart? I'm trying to think, like, should there be an exception that the Trojan Hut cannot target other Trojan Huts? Or should they just like fucking crash into each other and die? Like that'd be kind of funny. Yeah, newbie Scooby. This, yeah. I am talking about that. Let the men fight it out. Action. So if both players have a Trojan Hut down, the Huts will yo, what's up, Sam? We're cooking. Yo, Sam, what do I, how do I save the Hut, Sam? Tell me what I do. Give me your idea, Sam. I gotta know. I think it'd be really funny though if you, like, dude, Imagine the mirror match though between like two people using the Trojan hut. It would actually be like really funny to try and mind game your opponent and who could get their hut farther, because it's kind of like a Royal Giant where you don't have to like get the RG all the way to the tower. You just have to get it far enough, right? If two meet, they rock, paper, scissors. So if both players have a Trojan hut down, like, and the huts are close enough to be within range of each other, they will just crash into each other and explode, launching barbs, you know, to each side, you know? So it's just like holy long ass text. Dude, Sam, I'm literally making, this is a PowerPoint presentation on the rework. This is what I'm doing. I am that committed to delivering us greatness. This shit's gonna be awesome. This is just a wet dream, bro. I would love if this actually became a thing. This would be pretty fucking awesome. They better do it, bro. They did this with the 3M. Someone basically just gave them all of the information they needed for 3M, and they're like, okay. Can we get a diagram of Barbstein Island? I don't know. I don't know about that one. Does it only stack up to 3K? I don't know. I think it definitely goes higher. So that would be interesting. What would I do if they just say no? I'd just be like, well, damn. If they say no, it's like, all right, you know, fair enough. But they did tell me to give them my ideas, right? Because when I was talking to the devs, they seemed like they weren't sure what to do with the card. So given that I have like the most playtime on this card and I'm like mentally unwell, I'll come up with the ideas for them. Okay, so they just like crash each other like that. Dude, these are gonna be like, there's gonna be so many funny interactions with this thing. What else do we need? Does the explosion target air? Yeah, of course. Maybe I should you know, I guess like hot breaks on attacks, just some AoE damage nearby troops, including air. But oh shit, yo, I just look, yo, I look over, I see ghostly poop, Hutters in Paris, ghostly soup, 25 gifted, bro. Hell damn, man. Thank you, homie. I appreciate that a lot. We got 25 more Hutters in Paris. And then pizza time on the YouTube with a super chat for 2. Gob Giant but Barbs. It kind of is like Gob Giant. I mean, that's kind of why I have this intro. It's like, it's kind of like a Gob Giant plus Goblin Cage. You know? It's really weird. But I think that this is gonna be awesome. I think it's an interesting enough, because like when a lot of people think of like Barb Hut reworks, a lot of the things that I see are like, you know, trying really hard to like not change it too much. Like I think that like I love the Barb Hut, right? But fundamentally something's got to change with it, and I think that this would be really funny because also personality wise for the barbarians, bro, you have a win condition that just like fucking explodes. Like that'd just be kind of funny. Would it balloon full counter for a positive trade? Well, yeah, I guess Ginger Tom, you could see it like that. You know, that's like one of the interactions. That's a weakness. You don't want to play it under a balloon, right? Like if they have a high damage win condition or something like that, it's a counter. So just don't play your Barb Hut into their balloon, right? So I guess I could say like strengths and weaknesses. So like, I guess you could say like kind of like countered by balloon. Countered by a balloon. I guess I don't really know how much else I need to really say with that, but Nerf the range of the Barb launch to 3 tiles. It's 2 OP for 5 elixir. Yeah, the Barb launch will just be a few tiles, but that's one of the things that, like, if they like the idea, they would just play around with it enough. Give it a dash ability. What happened to the TTS? I have them paused. The TTSs are paused until I am done, like, coming up with the ideas and writing stuff down. But once I'm, like, drawing stuff in MS Paint or whatever, then yeah. Don't give the balloon more power. Well, I'm just saying, for example, you know? So, like, countered by, you know, like, high DPS win conditions, like RG or balloon. But you would just, that's just counterplay. You would have to learn how to counterplay around those. So yeah, I think you guys, those are some good points that you guys raised though. So it's interesting how, because, you know, like when you think about countering a Royal Giant, you're like, oh, I'll just put my mini P.E.K.K.A down, right? It's kind of interesting that this win condition could be countered by other win conditions. It's weird, right? But then again, like, you know, if someone puts down like Royal Hogs, for example, even if you say Royal Hogs, like, bro, that's why you have the window barbs. The window barbs are going to attack. If they put melee troops on the hut, the window barbs are going to be doing damage. So it punishes melee. Ranged troops can still deal with the hut from afar, but, like, you know. So what? I wonder if this is too good to start a push with. I feel like I'm trying to think about like how you would like start this, because I mean, if you have it like 5 elixir, you could definitely just like put it in the back, but depending on like what people are playing against you with, you could easily just like kite stuff. Also, I see this. I didn't acknowledge it. Yo, Rexer2 with a 2, the super chat, bro. Thank you, man. You could see -1 second and spawn 3 barbs on destruction. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just trying to get like the base fundamental idea down, and then when it comes to like all of the like fine details with tweaking some of the stuff, like that's when, you know, I would trust the expertise of the dev team to be able to help balance it. But opponent can counter push really easily. Not necessarily, because like if they break your hut, you're not even mentioning the fact that when it blows up, it's launching barbs towards the tower. So like if you can't just like blow up the hut and ignore it, because then there's going to be barbarians on your tower doing damage, you know? Goblin Demolisher would destroy. You need to think of every card interaction. Well, yeah, but like think about the deck building. Like Tesla as a common is pushing it. Like, bro, this is a rare card, so complexity should be kept decently mid. I don't care about the card rarity, bro. Like the card rarity means like fucking nothing to me at this point. So I think that what is the Evo Muskie interaction? I think you know how you understand how that'll work. But like if you I think of it like, you know, when you put a giant in the back, when you're playing a giant deck, you're not thinking like, oh my god, mini P.E.K.K.A is just gonna like mini P.E.K.K.A hard counters this. There's no way that you can win if they have mini P.E.K.K.A. Like just build your deck around it, bro. Like bro, just like you just try different cards. If you're worried about like a musketeer or like a dart goblin or something, bring fucking fireball, bring lightning, bring spells, you know, bring something. Like, you know, consider that too. You're thinking about what counters it, but you also got to think about like what else you're gonna have in your deck. Not every card should have 0 weaknesses. Yeah, no card should have 0 weaknesses. Like obviously the Trojan hut is gonna have like a lot of good interactions, and then it's gonna have a lot of bad interactions, right? Like what if you deploy 4 rockets on it? I mean, like bro, think about it. Inferno Dragon is hard countered by Ewiz. This is so unfair. You know, that's kind of like how these arguments sound to me. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the point, you know? But like you could run Fisherman, for example, if you're worried about someone putting like a P.E.K.K.A on it, then you could have a fisherman to like pull off of it. What if the enemy has infinite elixir? Well, you still have Barb hut, so like you have a chance of winning. You know, it's still like a pretty solid chance. What about champion interactions? Those don't really like. Dead on arrival, it has counterplay, and I don't auto win when I play it at the bridge. True. Does the hut's health bar decrease over time? No, because it's not a spawner or anything. It's a win condition that's like moving towards it. So it just has like health. Full by Evo Gobble Cage? No. No. We already discussed that interaction. The concept's phenomenal because the fact it can kite win cons is offset by the fact that win cons can also be used to attack it. Yeah, CSD, like I really like this idea just because like it feels like there's ways to play it both. There's counterplay on both sides, right? Like, yeah, I can kite a hog rider and get value off of it, but like it creates a different like mind game around like how you're playing the win cons. I don't know. I am very interested to see like how this would like work fundamentally, but let's see. Does Inferno retarget? I guess. I don't really know. Okay, am I missing like anything else right now? Because this would just be like a regular rework design. I don't know if I want to like add the addition of an Evo. I could add a few ideas for like if you wanted to give it an evolution as well. Because, you know, like they reworked Furnace, but then they also gave Furnace an Evo, which kind of like, you know, made it better, right? So like if you were to take this base design and make it an Evo, I would probably just say like it would be the same thing, but it could, that's when you have the Evo, that's probably when I would say like, oh, you should it could have like a launcher on top or something, right? E-Giant would zap it, right? No, because it's not attacking the E-Giant. Brain Dead Evo is simply spawning Evo Barbs. Yeah. I don't have like an immediate Evo design, but I feel like that's where you could do stuff. Do you think the monk? I already went over that with interactions. So if we had an Evo, it would probably be like 1 or 2 cycles for, I don't know, maybe 2 cycles because it's 5 elixir win condition. Maybe, I don't know. The window barbs would attack the E-Giant. Oh, that's true. E-Giant would damage it. Oh, okay. No, you actually have a good point. That's actually a good point. How do I want that to work? Because it's not the HUD itself attacking the E-Giant, it's like the barbs inside, but at the same time, like maybe it doesn't hurt the hut, but it'll still stun it. Would that make sense? Like if the barbs are attacking the E-Giant, like, because I kind of want the barbs inside to be like a, you know, like a permanent thing, right? Like they don't go away. Maybe the other way around. Stuns the barbs for a few milliseconds. The arms could have HP? No, because there's no other cards that would target it. You're really only thinking about E-Giant. You think it should work like the Gob Giant, E-Giant interaction? I guess like window barbs when hitting E-Giant will cause hut to take damage and get stuck. Maybe, but it's not the actual like hut. It still damages it, so it should take damage. I mean, Window barbs winning will cause Hut to take damage and get stunned. Well, what if it just gets stunned and it doesn't take damage? Like, I don't think the barbs on the inside could die, because my logic behind that is like, well, it's a barb hut, so if the barbs on the inside die, there will just be like, you know, another barb that takes his place at the window, right? It's kind of like saying, well, why can't we kill the spear goblins on the back of the giant goblin, like the goblin giant? It doesn't work that way, right? The goblin giant spears are treated as part of the goblin giant, though. Yeah, you are kind of right. You know what? We'll just leave it like that for now. Like when hitting each giant will cause Hut to take damage and get stunned. It should work like that. Yeah, I agree with you guys. We're gonna leave it like this. I think we should just leave it as like exactly what you think would happen. Window barbs do not die. Functions like, you know, spear goblins with the gob giant. So the barb hut's kind of like a siege tower? Yeah, kind of. Hi, B. Meow, mister. I got an orange man in my lap. Hello, mister. Aww. Kitty hug. Okay. Evo. What would like an Evo? How's Tim doing? Tim's napping in the other room. He just came by to say hi. How would this improve? How would the Evo make it better? I'm really like not too sure. You could, the Evo could. I don't think I'm gonna, cause like I'm sold on the Trojan Hut idea, but I think when it comes to like Evos, so I think I'll just say like potential ideas for an evolution. So like, okay, so potential ideas for an evolution. So could add a simple barb launcher on the roof of the hut that can you know, target ranged troops and buildings, slow fire rate, acts like a barb mortar shot. I guess that makes sense, you know? New Diddy Hut. It could gain a charge for its Evo. It sprints towards the tower to fucking explode. What if Evo had E-barbs? That'd be so lazy though. You could also make the Evo. The Evo could like, also pizza time. Thank you for the 2 though. I appreciate it, man. Here's another interesting idea. So like Evo, maybe the Evo like has different spawns on death. Like it could, so what if it like spawned a ram, right? What if it spawns a battle ram? You think the evolution would be better into regular barb hut counters? Make it have Mega Knight jump? Yeah, the hut jumps. The hut leaps towards the enemy. The hut is pregnant? Ooh. Evo picks up allied troops. Wait, think about how crazy that would be. Like, imagine you have like archers in the middle of the arena, and there's like if like there's like a prince charging towards your archers or something. I don't know, but like you could like put the hut down and the archers like get in the hut, and then when the hut explodes, they like come back. Dude, wait, that'd be kind of funny, huh? It's like a way to protect them. Like a mech. Where do the barbarians go if the crown towers aren't in range? They still get launched towards the tower. They just won't reach them. Huh. Well, the regular barbarian hut art has like the barrel of elixir next to the hut, and I'm trying to think like, what if an Evo hut, like, could an Evo hut rage troops around it? Not really sure. The hut is pulled by 2 hawk riders. Would the hut retarget when broken like a golemite? No, the hut just fucking explodes. The barrel is leaking rage behind it. Process. Okay, snowball. To make them oily. Huh. Say, what's your idea again? I mean, yeah, like I mean, honestly, I like that idea. It's just completely different from like what I have. I don't want to design a whole new PowerPoint for it because that's just like different. It's just like a whole different idea. Oh. I don't know if I should make it spawn like a battle ram or anything, you know? I feel like maybe that... Still the same... Well... Maybe the Evo... I think if there's an Evo for the hut, one of the best options would probably be when the hut explodes and it launches like the barbs towards the tower. There should be like a second effect. There should be like an additional effect there or something. On death, spawn a battle ram. That might be kind of cool. A smaller second hut inside. So like Evo hut once destroyed will spawn a regular battle ram in addition to the launched barbarians, or I don't know. I feel like that would make the most sense. Like the Evo doesn't have to be like that crazy, you know? I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't need that insane of an Evo. Like adding the extra battle ram would probably just like be enough. It's kind of boring. I mean, maybe, but like, look at Furnace, bro. Look at what they did for Furnace. You think the extra battle ram would be kind of busted? Maybe. I'm also thinking like, what if you put like 2 archers on top of the hut or something? Like, huh? They should make the Barb hut cheaper. Huh. Yeah, when the Barbs die, they heal the hut up like an Evo Witch. Yeah, that's perfect. That's awesome. I'm trying to think like how many times can you reuse a barbarian before you like fundamentally need to create like a new type of barbarian card? Because you know how there's like 5 or 6 different types of goblin cards, or like goblins. Huh. Let's give it the damage amplification. Yeah, we need to give it damage amplification. You feel like a half health ram would make sense? That honestly, like, either a ram or like some form of like charging, maybe like a charging barb or something, right? Like something. I like the idea of something additionally spawning out of the hut because like it keeps the pressure going. Like it keeps additional pressure. Is spawn a regular battle in addition to launch turn. Battle ram spawns at half HP since it, you know, came from the exploded hut. Those charging barbs is just Evo recruits. Barbs that fly with balloons. Huh. It spawns barb barrels instead of barbs. I don't know. Okay. I think like this is good enough. Like I feel like with this, like what I've kind of put together here, I think that this conveys the message of what my redesign is going for, right? I feel like you guys kind of understand like what it is that I'm trying to explain with this. Therefore, I think it's good enough to where I could explain it to, you know, the devs. Like if they see it, they'd understand it. Wait. Okay. I turn off the drought. Me. Okay. I'm gonna bring back on the TTS because I'm gonna boot up MS Paint, right, guys? So the TTS should be back now. I don't know how many messages.
So, it charges then, right? Like a battle ram?
Okay, I should not have turned it back on. Oh boy, MS Paint. Shrimp.
Why aren't there so many TIs? And what about a reversed cannon card from Transformation and turns into a battle ram?
I have no idea how old some of these TT messages are. I got no clue.
What if each barbarian was pregnant? So when they die, they spawn a small fetus barbarian.
True. True. The 5 they double the damage a little faster.
Give the Babers 2 princess bows that launch Evo P.E.K.K.A.s and freeze spells.
Wait, Ringu's? Oh my god, the Ringu sketch? That looks insane. I want to attach this. Hold on. I'll attach like some, or just like, so we can just get like some concept art going. Right? I think this is cool, you know? We'll get a couple pages of this. You know, you got like the dudes on the side. This looks like, I like the idea of it not being wheels, but that it's like an actual barbarian that is carrying it. But yeah, look, like you got the window with like the sword that can come out. See, like this fits for barbarians too, because like it's a smart war strategy, but they do it so clumsily because they're like dumb and buff and stinky and stupid. So here I'm gonna make a, let's look through like more like potential concept art that just put this on there. The I'm gonna fucking touch you. What? He's gonna fucking touch us, dude. Target locked. I see a fucking log baiter. Some of these are really funny, bro. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of these earlier in the chat. I'm not sure. I don't think I did. What if the Barbs leave white sticky stuff? I don't know, man. Twitter DMs. Oh wait, that's fire. Yeah, that's a really funny design. Yeah, I'll put that on here, bro. Let me snag that. This is, where is this? There it is. Okay, I think this is some heat. Dude, this shit kind of goes hard. Like, actually peak, bro. Actually peak. The Flintstones car. It's really funny. It's like a longer hut too. It's very long. Why'd you wake up to peak? Hey man, every it's always peak when we're streaming here. Oh yeah. Oh, bonus. Card balance wish list. Ice Spirit. Please make it not reach the tower. Oh my god, I hate hyper bait and bait text, please. Wall breakers, nerf, HP. Yup. Yeah, this is just like the additional, like, my wish list that I give to them, you know? They'll probably roll their eyes at some of this stuff, but, you know, it's whatever. What else are we putting in here? No pay tag. Buff Boss Bandit? I got you guys. Actually, guys, you know what's kind of fucked up, though? Is that, I jokingly said to Donald, I'm like, yeah, you should buff Boss Bandit. He's like, well, it does only have like a 2% like pick rate. So like, it's not even being played that much. Like, I know Boss Bandit is like good and strong, but like, it's not like she's everywhere and dominating the meta, you know? Like, she's just, it's kind of like weird. Like, she feels really strong, but she's not like everywhere, you know? Make Furnace immobile again. Just fucking cripple it. Mid ladder's gonna suffer. If you're suffering because Ice Spirit and Wall Breakers got a nerf, then you deserve to suffer. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, here's actually, I actually said this one to Donald, and he thought it was an interesting idea. So Elixir Golem rework. Golem no longer splits into smaller golemites. Instead, movement speed increases the more damage it takes. So still gives opponent elixir, but stays as one unit that speeds up the lower its HP is to reduce battle healer, like clutter, like aid spam. That's how you, I think that's how you fix Elixir Golem, is you just make it so it doesn't spawn into like so many fucking things that never die, right? Just make it so he just like moves fast, right? Clutter aid spam. Yeah, no, they'll know what I mean by that. You think the devs will understand aid spam? Yeah, I think they get it. Seems fair. Well, yeah, because the punishment too for the Elixir Golem is like, it's not just gonna be like permanently slow. It, like, you can't just like build up a push, because like if the Golem is taking a lot of damage, it's gonna go faster than a lot of the support troops, right? So like I don't know. I feel like maybe that I feel like that's something, right? What else? What else? I think people might disagree with me on this. Princess, she needs a fucking like first hit speed delay, please. Cause like, bro, dude, I know people say like, oh, you can react to the princess being placed at the bridge. No, you fucking can't. No. In what fucking world? No. First hit speed. This card is literally a win condition and is impossible to react to. Dart Goblin, maybe the best players in the game can react to it, but nobody else can, because sorry, we don't read everybody's mind. My bad. Not gonna lie, they were already talking about like reworking Void, so I don't really need to say anything about Void. I feel like I don't need to say anything about Ghost, bro. They already know. Like, there's some cards where it's like they already know that they're problems. Like Dart Goblin, I feel like I don't know. I don't want to go down that path. Like, yeah, it probably it needs a nerf or something. But like, I don't know. What else am I thinking of here? Big fun, orange print. No, we're not buffing prints. No fucking shot. I think that they should. Can we just like? Can we like buff? Can we like increase the cost of the Archer Queen ability? because like that shit's AIDS, but whatever. I was gonna say this. This is really important, actually. This is a huge interaction. Make it so it kills skeletons in 2 ticks rather than 3. That would make Goblin Curse a little bit better. If Goblin Curse could actually just kill, it takes 3 ticks to kill a skeleton. If it could kill a skeleton in 2 ticks, it would be a much better card. Make it tick faster? Maybe. Oh, here's a good one. Elixir pump. Remove it from the game. What else do we really need here? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like what's the difference between the Phoenix and the Mega Minion, bro? Because like, let's be real. The Mega Minion, like, he does high damage, slow attack rate. The Phoenix just does like slightly faster attack rate and it's like still shitty damage. Like, I don't know. The Phoenix just needs like, the Phoenix respawns. Ooh, the Phoenix is definitely gonna respawn. Like, Mega Minion has better range. Yeah, like there's literally no reason to use the Phoenix, bro. You're never gonna get it to respawn. Like, and if your Phoenix is respawning, it means you probably already won the match anyways. I saw you say it, Drain. Yep. Val, first hit speed nerf and or tornado, or Evo needs a tornado radius nerf. Make the egg 4-hit kills. You can pair with the spear to save it. Yeah, Red, it's like there's nothing you can really even like fucking do about it. Like, like 99 out of 100 times, bro, the egg is just getting destroyed with like collateral damage, you know? But I don't know. They could also just make it so like the Phoenix is a little more threatening because it's never really that scary. Evo Executioner. Can we like fucking decrease range for like pushback or something? Like, I don't know. How do you even like change this card, bro? If you throw Goblin Curse on the egg, does it spawn a cursed bird? Wish it did. Maybe it spawned like a flying goblin or something, but hello, Mr. Beef, I see you. I don't know. Evo Executioner, it's just fucking whatever, man. That'd be funny. You know what? I just think like give Rune Giant the damage amplification that was taken from Goblin Curse. You can make her have like a radius buff around her or something. Beef, dude, I don't know. Dude. Hey. What's up? What's up, dude? What's up, bud? Mwah. Sorry, he doesn't like when I kiss him on the forehead. You think the Rune Giant buff itself needs to be tweaked to be more viable? Yeah, I just feel like the Rune Giant was introduced as like oh, she buffs your troops. It's like, well, we just took away damage amp. Why don't we just give her the damage amp? Yeah, like, I don't know. Make the rune giant give birth? Shit, maybe, bro. I don't, there's nothing like off the top of my head that I'm like, oh, this needs to be addressed. So, huh. I don't think, well, I guess I could say like fucking Evo E-Drag chain lightning or something, but my idea, promote pairing with high DPS, nerf firecracker. I kind of like the idea if you reworked battle healer. What if the battle healer acted like she did in Clash of Clans and like she would just single target heal something, you know? Instead of just like AoE healing, what if she just like attached herself to a troop or whatever and she just like healed them or something? I don't know. Could be like that. Buff Ice Wiz, you should die. I need. Maybe Evo Witch, she's hella frustrating. Nerfs Eagle but doesn't kill it. Yeah, it's like you want to make the card still useful without the, you know, like you want to just like stop people from using it in like very specific unhealthy decks. I really don't think there's much else off the top of my head that I want to change. I don't think for like Mega Knight Golem. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's fine. Okay. I think that this might be good enough to just like send it over to them. Okay, I think don't change support cards they use instead of E-Dragon, Evo Baby Dragon every time. Yeah, it would change the way she's used to be like less toxic, I would think, you know. Balloon nerf, I can add that on there. I think like balloon, just like it just needs like a 1 to 2 HP nerf or like death bomb damage nerf, something like that. That's all it really needs. Oh wait, no, here's what we do. Then we put minor. I don't know, just nerf. just nerf it for fun, bro. Like, please nerf it. Like, nah, I'm just gonna. I don't need that in there. All right, we're gonna go back through this. Okay, let's start from the top, guys. We got our Trojan hut, our man house. This shit is kind of peak. So, functionally, it is a building that is also a win condition. So it has like 2 phases to it, right? So in the first phase, when you place it down, it's basically just like a moving Barb hut, right? Like win conditions like Hog Riders and Giants will be attracted to it and, you know, follow after it and, you know, melee it, do whatever. But there are also going to be like some windows where like Barbs on the inside will attack troops that are surrounding the hut. On death, when the mobile hut is destroyed, it will explode, which does, you know, like a little bit of AoE damage to the surrounding troops, but it is going to launch. I'm just going to say like, more importantly, launches 2 Barbs forward towards the tower. So basically, like, if they try to kite the building, well, there's still going to be 2 barbs that get launched towards the tower, thus requiring, like, you know, a little bit more of an investment into defense. It's a way to kind of get around those buildings. So yeah, it'll explode, it'll launch some barbs. So yeah. If the hut itself just reaches a building or something, it will just explode and launch the barbs forward. Death launch barbs will always be aimed to the direction of the enemy tower. Yeah. We got a bunch of the interactions between, like, you know, the different cards and whatnot, and like what will and won't be able to do it, like fisherman not being able to pull the hut, but the fisherman would instead pull himself to the hut. You know, it's still going to be vulnerable to EQ because it's a building after all. It could be hit by vines, it could be raged, all that stuff, you know. Can we add Archer Queen to the Goon Corner? No. Stats, you know, slow heavy building. Doesn't take too long to deploy. It's gonna be like kind of medium thickness, I guess, but that could also be changed. Explosion death damage is enough to kill like minions and like the shields off of guards. And then yeah, window barbs are just kind of like normal barbs. So strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, I don't feel like reading all that again. Potential Evo ideas, which not really like too sold on. I'll kind of cross that bridge if I need to, but you know, we got some cool little concept art that I like that kind of details it. It kind of looks like what it could be. Different ideas. And then, you know, we have our little wish list that I'm attaching at the very end. Who drew that? It's sick. Someone in chat drew this one. I think it was Bruh in the YouTube chat, and then this was from Ringu. But yes. You wonder what cards would synergize well with it? I don't know.
Sorry, big fella coming through. Big fella coming through. Sorry.
All right, chat, you're going. All right, see you later, Hisoka. Do I ever think of doing a dispatch playthrough? I don't know. Isn't that just like a Telltale game or something? Isn't that just like a story game? I saw that there's a big buff dude who will smooch you, and then also you can just like get rejected by women, so maybe I'll play that. Seems right up my alley. How do I... I don't know if I should just send this as like a PowerPoint doc, or if I should just kind of send like screenshots to it or something. I don't know.
I haven't seen you in a long time. You got me feeling so lonely. Even when you come through, I can tell that it isn't you. So baby, bring it in closely. Hate the way I love you, but you're so sweet. I always find a way to say the wrong things. I wish that we were laying in the same sheets, but lately you've been acting like you hardly know me.
I think a lot of people do like the idea of a Barb Hut mortar. That's definitely something they've considered, but I don't know. Ugh. Damn, it's been 2.5 hours. Sheesh. Who's the artist? Hotel Ugly. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I need to like save this and kind of get it formatted to be able to like send it to Donald. So like here, I'll wait, hold on. I can just do it this way. Okay, guys. I do have. You could see the funny little, you know, follows you, right? Which means I have the ability to send this directly to them. They did tell me that I can just send it right to them and they'll take a look. So what I'm gonna do, dude, if it does get added, that would be really fucking cool. And dude, I would work with them to like help them figure out the idea as well. I think it'd be really sick. But yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I am going to I'm gonna end the stream for today, and I'm gonna submit this because I gotta like kind of zip this up and like kind of package it all together. But you know, we have our finished product together. Raid someone at least. Beef, you're meowing. You're yapping, dude. This guy is fucking yapping. But yeah, we're gonna raid. Who is going? Yeah, let's go say hi to Baby Nate, guys. That'd be fun. But yeah. God, you're so yappy, dude. Yo, appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I did this redesign. This was really fun. I'm export as a PDF. Yeah, I probably should. I don't know. I'll have to do a couple things for it, but yeah, no. Appreciate you guys helping me out, bringing up some ideas, raising some good points, helping me with the interactions and stuff. This was very entertaining for me, and you, I would hope. Let me just make sure it's like threes. Okay, got it. Okay, guys, the raid on the Twitch side is ready to go. Other than that, I'll probably be live again tomorrow. Honestly, guys, I'll ping you guys. Let's do a viewer tournament tomorrow. I'll make a post for it or whatever, but be prepared for a stream tomorrow. And other than that, I will see you guys there, all right? Sound good? Bet. Cool. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.